We're going to apply those different rates and even layer on different adjustments by product in our supporting tabs. The interest earning tab is on the asset side is where we see more of a movement schedule for each of our products. In our best practice template, we're planning across different product categories. We have clients that get more granular and you're looking at sub-products that roll up under these product categories. Whatever you would like to do is definitely part of the conversation that is had as during implementation. But regardless of the level you're planning at, we now have the movement schedule. We now have the movement schedule defining what that movement of that specific product is to the closing balance for each of our upcoming months. Just like we saw in the non-interest expense planning, we have our actuals over to the left. That's our best practice, just hidden away. We have our actuals for the current months for up to our year to date. Oops, let's go this way instead, year to date. And then our forecast for the last few periods as we look to the last months that we'd like to plan for. Off to the right for more of that long-term planning, we have our budget for the next 12 months. During setup or implementation, I'll just highlight you're not stuck to a 12-month or 24-month view like we're looking at here. You can go out 3, 5 years, whatever is meaningful for your team, as we have that flexibility of Excel. As part of the movement that we have, many of our clients will bring in their opening, contractual maturities, prepayments, charge-offs, different components like that from a core system or a source system. If you don't have access to that information or data, you can always do an input like we have here. Perhaps we want to maybe decrease some of our net new originations for the upcoming months. You might have different one-off or top-level adjustments that can fall in your monthly other section here. With the Excel logic, you can copy this down for any product that you're playing around or making adjustments to as you start to think through that forecast. When we continue down, we have all our different product categories. This is going to calculate out our total earning assets and then the average by month and by product. I've mentioned it a few times, but the next step is to add on or layer on any adjustments that we have for our different rates for our different products as well. What's neat about Vena is that this list of adjustments is completely up to you. It's flexible, but it dynamically updates our values or our drop down below. So if you're coming in and making a new adjustment, I can go new, for example, or you want to play around with a couple different factors relating to the products, you'll see how this dynamically updates so we can now accommodate that adjustment. With different changes in the market in the latter half of the year, I might just want to use maybe those benchmark adjustments for my two products, my consumer and real estate, for example. The other thing I'll point out, which is a differentiator for Vena, is the interest calculation driver. As we look into the next year, it is a leap year. Maybe that's on some of your radar, maybe it hasn't crossed our minds yet, which is completely fair. With that, you can define on the Vena side for each of your products how you'd like to calculate out your interest drivers. So you can have the actual days in the month over an average of 360 in the year, or to accommodate that leap year, we might now want to get more accurate with the calculations and do the actual days in the month, actual days in the year to again accommodate that February leap year. This is going to increase the accuracy of your calculation across each of your products for the interest income.